Now, let us summarize whatever we understood, how the data structure and the algorithm being used to write for writing a program, step by step approach. So there are three stages. First stage is that creating a mathematical model out of the for the problem, that is in some kind of an informal algorithm in terms of like general statements. Then use a abstract data type, which is kind of a abstraction for the holding data, and write some kind of a pseudo language program, which is like converting that informal algorithm to a language altogether, programming language, but writing some kind of a pseudo kind of a thing. Like it may not be having complete structure or data, complete program structure basically, or the solution being written probably in plain English. Then comes the third stage, where third stage is the data structure, which is where it is holding the data, actually holding the data, and it will be written in the particular language. That program is written in the particular language, and that should be executable. So that is those are the three stages. So I'll just go through how it has been defined. Like the first stage is modeling using the appropriate mathematical model such as graph. At this stage, the solution to the problem is an algorithm expressed very informally. So, I mean, the general statement. The second stage is very important. The algorithm written in the pseudo language, that is mixture of programming language construct and less formal English statement. To reach this state, the informal English is replaced by progressively more detailed sequence of statements. So mostly that English statement has to be converted into a programming instructions altogether. So using the programming language, you start writing instructions like reading the data, for example. Then actually you will write that particular code, how to read the data. Okay, so and same thing like you do some operation, addition of two number. Then actually you do two addition of two number, and very declaration of variables, like you will declare that, actually declare those variables as integers. So that is something we have to write actually in the programming language construct. We have to write those instructions so that the machine can understand that. So at some point of time, when this program is sufficiently detailed, then operation to be performed in the various types of data becomes fixed. So we then create a abstract data type for each type data except the elementary data as the integer and all those things. Those are anyway there, as I told you, integer and all those things being declared at the beginning. But now we wanted to store some of the data we received, like string or maybe integers, into an array or maybe into a list, or we wanted to store everything in a set. We want to create a set out of it. So that's where we have to create all those data structures to hold the data. Then coming to the third stage, where we choose the implementation of the data type. So that's where we'll create the data structure. Okay, and we also replace any remaining informal statements into the programming language code. So what we get at the after third stage is the running program. It should be a running program. Maybe few debugging will require, but after that it should be a running program, and it will give you the output as necessary. And the whole process is called stepwise refinement, develop, or it's a stepwise refinement, or you can call it as a stepwise development approach. So overall, if you look at the data structure or algorithm, first you understand the problem, then you understand you create a mathematical model out of that one, that what model it will fit into that one. Then you create a abstract data type which will hold the data which we have created out in the mathematical model, and will hold the data. And that particular abstract data type is declared that it will hold the data. And when you come to third stage, where actual data structure being created, because it is holding those data inside it, and you will write the program from informal algorithm to the final program, to ensure that this program instructions taking care of the data to process it to give the desired output.